that. My cousin still mess with me today. Whenever she fixes, she'll send me a text and say, I'm fixing your favorite meal and send me a picture. Still to this day. I ain't ate it in at least, man, it been at least 25 years.
Man. Ooh. Ooh, boy.
So that'll get a diss song from me too.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, ducks, caterpillars, cats, dogs, frogs, mices, mices, gooses, mooses. I saw a video of a moose the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of that, moose are 7 foot.
I didn't realize moose were that tall, bro. I seen that
And
video
they can
too,
run?
walking by that car. That shit is crazy.
Nah, bro, animals wild. But shout out to the Jolly Jellyfish in the ocean. Shout out to y'all especially. Welcome to the Big Back Lounge. I am your host, Neek. Like, comment, and subscribe and all that jazz. Thank you for listening to the last episode. Coming into this one is season 2, as I said on the last one. And yeah, follow me on all socials under the Night Price Wings. Now I'm personal because some of y'all be tripping. All right. In the studio with me. He knows this. He knows that. But he don't know Jack because he can't rap. Using the Trap Call Quest works. But anywho, it's a good guy, an extension of my FSP family. He has 2 podcasts of his own, On Deck TV podcast, which is considered one of the best in hip hop.
Mm-hmm. Thank you,
and
brother.
We also have Another Week in the Books, which I heard the other day and I was rolling because I'm like, bro, really? It was one of them episodes, man. And I was like having him on. He's also a Miami Hurricane fan. So Jeff,
absolutely,
in his slander, your way, directly to you and only you.
What do you say?
Look, everything. But welcome to the Big Back Lounge, my guy Spike Lou. How you doing, Spike?
Hey, man, I'm doing good. I'm blessed. I'm glad you had me on, Nick. So I'm excited to see what we cook up.
I appreciate you having you on. Now, as we talked about us being Miami Hurricane fans, we're gonna let's say we do a little sports talk.
Okay.
Now, going back to last season, what do you think was the biggest disappointment?
I don't like the coach, but that's a story for another day. That wasn't the biggest disappointment. I'm not the biggest Cam Ward fan either.
Wow.
Me personally, I think he needed more around him at receiver. That's one. He needed a better playmaker at receiver. Mm-hmm. But I also thought that he played hero ball a little much. Yeah, like he was trying to make shit happen that wasn't there instead of just like getting rid of a ball at times. I was looking at games or just getting rid of it quick and not trying to make the miracle play, but just putting it in your receiver hands and let them make plays. So that was the biggest downfall, I feel, the last season. And when we played good teams, it really came out because he didn't have all day to just sit back here and look at his receivers for it. When they had a good D-line, it was a wrap for us. What say you?
I think for me, it's the defense as a total, the whole thing. I understood coming into that season was we had a secondary that was young. Mm-hmm. Understood that. The D-line was supposed to be pretty good. Linebackers were sketchy. Florida game, yes, we look good. Then we just had games where it was just like, we got to outscore them or we're done.
That's true.
California, that was one. The Georgia Tech game that should have never been a loss in the first place, but that happened. It's always Georgia Tech. It's always Georgia Tech. People don't understand. Georgia Tech has been a thorn, but it's like we could beat them 3 years straight, then all of a sudden they run off 3 on us. It's weird. Welcome to the ACC Coastal Division. But yeah, that was my big thing. I think Cam did too much hero ball as well, especially Georgia Tech.
Yes.
And that was, that's when I saw what everybody else was seeing. But I agree with you.
So we're going to see how you do in the pros, man.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting in Tennessee because they need something to cheer for.
Yeah, they do.
They do. Now let's move to the rap part of this conversation. Okay. What are you currently listening to right now?
I am listening to Belly Gang Cushington.
Heard of him?
Yeah, from Atlanta, West Side. I'm actually going to a concert on Friday that he's doing. Sold out concert down here. His first concert.
Wait, it's sold out?
Yeah, sold out. He got one venue that had like 400 seats in it, and that sold out. He said in 20 minutes.
Wow.
So he had to do another venue to fit 1,000 people in there. He said that sold out in 3 hours. This is his first concert. This is his first headlining concert. He's a relatively new artist.
Okay.
This is his first album actually that came out too. But
Wow.
it's like if you're not familiar, he's like it just reminds me so much of Jeezy, but it's authentic. It's not like he's trying to sound like Jeezy. You can tell the story that he's telling is authentic, but it's similar to Jeezy's. He do got the similar voice as well, but a lot of the same subject matter. It sounds authentic. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason that I like it. A lot of people try to get in that trap rap type lane and then don't really sound authentic. They just like Future with it now, mumbling and stuff. But this dude right here, like when you listen to him, it's gonna remind you of like the old days, like Yo Gotti and Gucci Mane and Jeezy and OJ. That just like when trap rap was a thing. So that's what I've been listening to, and that Ray Vaughn. I also been listening to that Ray Vaughn. That's an amazing album.
It is
And
pretty
Mozzie,
solid.
I've been listening to Mozzie too.
Right.
You like Mozzie?
Yeah, I like Mozzie too. I like a lot of young cats, and I like some of the guys that came out of nowhere. Like Mozzie came out of nowhere because he did something with YG.
Facts.
And I was like, why is YG here? Like, dude is skating on some of these tracks, and I'm just hearing YG come. I'm like, I miss the young one who was just rambling and that guy. That guy.
There you go.
But any disappointment so far when it comes to rap right now, as in this year currently?
That's a good question. Disappointed. You know, my expectations is so low for rap right now. I was just talking about that with somebody today. Like, I ain't even anticipating no albums. Like, there's nothing. I don't know who it would have to be for them to be like, I'm dropping Friday, and I'm like, oh man, I'm excited. I want to hear that.
Wow.
Like, I want to hear that J. Cole to fall off, but I ain't pressed. I'm not staying up till midnight to listen to it like I did when they told me that Future had Kendrick on there like that, and I stayed up to listen to that. And now I can't say that anything. Excuse me. I'm not excited about anything, which led to being disappointed. I don't think I can be because my expectations are so low. I would be disappointed if that fall off wasn't good. Even with everything that J. Cole went through, like with the little beef or whatnot, if he put out an album that he claims is going to be his last album and it ain't like knock your socks off, I want to call this a classic the first time I listen to it, I'd be disappointed.
Okay.
Because I know he got that in it.
He does. He has it in him, but sometimes it's like, oh God, what is about to? All right. Okay, bro. Whatever. But let's segue into the main course, which is the food. Now, since we're talking about rap, I want you to name one rapper that you can make a restaurant off that person.
See my phone.
So a rapper themed restaurant.
A rapper themed restaurant. So I think Rick Ross, and it's gonna be called The Boss, and it's a luxury steakhouse. Like playing in all of Rick Ross' luxurious lyrics, and you know how he rap, and he picked some of the best beats in the rap game. But I'm picturing like top of the line old mafia style restaurant that you see in the mob movies and stuff. It's a steakhouse, all nice white linen on the table, waiters dressed up like with suits damn near on and shit like that. You got the piano player over in the background over there getting it in. You go in there, you pick your steak, aged steak over on the side, you know what I'm saying? You got the Rick Ross playing in the background, some mafia music or something. Yeah, that's what you call it, the Boss Steakhouse.
That's a good one.
You know he like cars, so you might have like the cars, pictures on the wall and shit of the nice cars that he like and things like that. So yeah, that'll be dope. You eating there?
Good one. I did not think of that one. I didn't go that deep into that with Rick Ross, but it fits him. It fits his persona.
Yeah, it does, right?
Would say. It fits. But for me, I would go Outkast and Pizza.
Okay. Outkast and Pizza. Okay.
Outkast, Dungeon Family, Pizzeria style. I can't think of a name right now because I was thinking of a name, but it didn't mesh well with ATLiens, didn't mesh well with Stankonia. I can picture African futuristic type thing.
Mm-hmm.
I would have the album covers on there, the CD covers, but nudity and the censor ones they had bikinis on. So I put Outcast and stuff like. I can imagine a big boy type Sir Lucius left with pizza
Mm.
with
So you're
lobster.
naming the pizza out the oh man, let me hear.
With lobster, I'm thinking truffle. I'm thinking light cheese, little, because he does a lot. Like when you see him cook,
Yeah.
he does a
Yeah.
lot of barbecue, smokehouse style,
Uh-huh.
lobster, fish, stuff like that. So it would probably be a seafood based pizza
Mm.
with Alfredo, little vegetables in there. That would how I base that one up. I don't know about Andre's. Andre's probably a vegan pizza.
Yeah, I
I
could
don't see
see
him
that with
eating
a
meat
lot of
like that.
vegetables and shit on that. Yeah.
A lot of vegetables on there. You shouldn't be putting on pizza like zucchini and shit. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Some real crazy shit.
Yeah, like that.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
probably I don't know, what would I call the wings? You gotta name stuff when it comes to Dungeon Family. There's so damn many of them. So
You could
you
call it the
gotta have,
Dungeon Pizza.
yeah,
That's where they recorded it. That's where they recorded their
in
songs.
the
Come
Rico
to
Wade
the
pizza.
dungeon. Ooh, Rico Wade's. That could be the pizza.
Rico
That could be the
Wade's.
name of the spot. Rico Wade's.
Rico Wade's. That
That'd be
makes
it. That's a
sense.
deep cut right there. Rico
Right,
Wade's.
right.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that works. But yeah, I
I
go
like
with
that.
Outcast for mine. Now here's a debate question for you, and I don't know if you do this like we do here. Is spaghetti considered a side dish to you?
I think it's both.
Okay.
I'm from Nashville, so that's the South. And I done had aunties fry some fish and put some spaghetti in there. But here go the difference though. When
Okay.
the spaghetti the side dish, what my aunties used to tell me is you don't put no meat in it. So you just got tomato sauce. You got tomato sauce or whatever you use, or marinara and noodles. You got to make sure the marinara flavored and everything cool. You know what I'm saying? They might put bell peppers and onions and stuff in there too. I don't like mine like that. Mine just be plain. But if you gonna eat it as a side dish, it can't be the meat sauce. It got to be just
Oh,
the noodles and the marinara. But if you eating it as spaghetti for dinner and you eating it with the breadsticks and the salad, then you put the meat in the ground beef, the sausage, whatever you put in yours.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Me, my people, we don't give a damn. It's meat in all, regardless. It don't matter. It's a sausage, turkey, ground meat,
Yeah.
ground beef. It don't matter. Oh, it's in there. It don't matter. They don't really care. But with the fish or whatnot, it's like I say, I feel the same way like you do. It's both. Shouldn't be a
Here's
problem, but
both.
hey, people make it a
Facts.
problem.
Yeah, I don't know
Speaking of
why people do
home,
that, man.
oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, what'd you say?
I just said I hate when people do that, try to make it a one or the other thing. It can be both.
It can be both.
Spaghetti
And
is that it's that talented.
it is true. Travis Hunter like.
Right.
Travis Hunter like.
That was good.
Now, speaking of home, since you're from Nashville, what food reminds you of home?
Hot chicken, baby. That's it. All day and twice on Sundays, man. Hot chicken, man. I remember I remember I'm from a world where you couldn't get hot chicken nowhere but Prince's.
Right.
Now it's a chain restaurant. Drake got one, I believe. They just opened up down here. Hattie B's. Yeah, I think Drake got a hot chicken restaurant. It's called damn, don't give me him and three other famous people. They got a hot chicken restaurant chain that they invested into. But you got that. Then you got Hattie B's. They down here in Atlanta where I live at now. All these Scoville, I think that's the name of the hot chicken spot that they got.
Okay, I'll look that up.
Yeah, then of course in the city you got all the different varieties of it now. But again, I'm from a place where you had to go out east and wait about 30 to an hour, maybe an hour 30, depending on how much you want that chicken and how late it is, if after the club or something like that. But I remember when Princess was the only place you could get hot chicken. So that's a reminder for me of the city. Like every time, even they got it on KFC menu now. Every menu, everywhere I go now, restaurants and stuff, they got Nashville hot chicken. So yeah, that's
It
the
caught
one
on
for me,
quick.
Nashville hot chicken. It sure did.
It caught
It
on
sure
quick.
did.
Like I tell people all the time, for people that don't know, Nashville hot chicken has been in the black community in Nashville for over 70 years. 70. It started
You
getting
know the story
popular.
behind it, right?
Yeah, I know the story behind hot chicken. I know that completely. I'm still trying to figure out how it got popular between 2009.
Yeah. Facts.
And then all of a sudden, it became this. Hold on, real quick. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm back.
Okay.
Somebody ringing the doorbell. Amazon. But yeah, 70 years. Like, so if I'm right, 2009 is when it started to pop into a popular type thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then a festival happened. Then all of a sudden, I just heard a whole bunch of people with hot chicken restaurants. So
Facts.
Hattie B's became like the first one that I noticed, and then it became
It was
now
on
Houston, huh?
guys dive-ins and drives too. That helped.
Right.
Blew up from that too. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the crazy thing about it, other cities have their own hot chicken scene.
I didn't know that.
LA has a very one.
Okay.
Has one. Houston has one. So I just noticed that from traveling. Like LA has one called Howlin' Rays. One of the line to Howlin' Rays is longer than anything I ever seen, and it's only open for like 4 hours.
What part of town is on? Like Hollywood or something like that?
I think it's near downtown Koreatown ish.
Yeah.
Adjacent.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's down there. They known they have theirs. And also the hot chicken restaurant that Drake is involved with is Dave's Hot Chicken.
Dave's Hot Chicken. Okay, got
so
it.
So you invested in that. That was already popping, and then
he put some money into
but
it.
Here's another weird thing.
Front runner.
Yeah. Here's another weird thing though. Memphis only has one hot chicken place.
Really? That's surprising for them. I guess they lean in the barbecue more.
Yeah, I think we lean more just that. Yeah. But it's had to be
one hot chicken place.
Just one.
Damn. That's crazy.
That's crazy, right? I tell people all the time, like, we don't have a hot chicken scene. You just have one hot chicken place. And I think Hattie B's always has a nice line. So it's like somebody could see to make their own spot.
Here too.
Yeah,
I might have to open up a hot chicken joint down there in Memphis, man.
It's just one.
What part of town I need to put it on?
It's in
if I open a hot chicken joint in Memphis, where would I put it?
It'll probably be east, middle of the city.
On the east side. Okay.
Not that east side though.
Not that east side. Not East Memphis.
Not East Memphis, but East Memphis.
Okay. I got you.
Before you get across the interstate.
Yeah, on the other side of the interstate.
Yeah, that one. That part.
I'm gonna look into that, man. Y'all need some hot chicken down there.
Or you can start like normally, like everybody else does, outside the perimeter in Germantown.
Yeah.
And call you and start out there, then make your way in.
Okay.
A lot of people do that.
Well, people make that trek though. They drive all the way out to Germantown. Okay.
They would.
All right, I got you.
Risk a speeding ticket and all.
That's funny. Yeah, we gotta bless Memphis with some more hot chicken. That must be why Don Tripp always rapping about Princess. Cause y'all ain't got it up there. Cause Hattie B's, it's good, but it ain't that Princess though.
Princess was killing down here.
Yes.
And plus it's back on.
I need to talk to them about some franchises.
I don't think they're gonna do it though. They good with the 3 locations.
Yeah, they good with them little 3 they got in Nashville. Cause remember one location for 30 years cooking out a cast iron skillet.
Man, waiting 30 minutes, like you said.
At least. You lucky you get out of there in 30.
You better have cash.
Man, facts. We don't take no card.
Right, none at all. Now let's bring it back to the rap side and the food side. I asked you this off camera. What foods do you think deserve a diss track?
I got 2 foods and a dish. All right. The first one, obvious, is we even turned it into a slang term in Nashville. First one is coleslaw. Coleslaw deserves a dish right there. The coleslaw is just a disrespectful dish. Mayonnaise, carrots, cabbage. That's a disrespectful dish right there. Like, you know how mad I'd be if somebody put coleslaw on my plate? Like, you playing with me at this point. You want some coleslaw? Like, nigga, what? No. I don't want. There's never a situation where I want coleslaw. All right.
Okay.
2. We've been lifelong enemies. I've never rocked. So this would be a venomous diss, and that's onions. I can't rock with onions. But here go the weird thing about me, Nick, though. I cook. I'll cook with onions, but I cut them big enough where I can pull them out. Pause. Yeah, like I'll use the flavor. I'll use the onion powder, all of that. I ain't opposed to the flavor, but it's the texture.
Right.
I can't eat raw onions. I can't eat if the food got onions in it. I don't want it. Again, I can cook with it. Like I put cooking on a roast. I'm trying to put some flavor in some spaghetti, or some chili, or something. I cut a big old piece. Let it cook in there. When it get through cooking, throw it away. I do not eat onions.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the last one.
So the last one, my mama used to cook this all the time when I was little. And I made a vow to myself, and I ain't ate it since I've been grown either. I made a vow to myself. I said, man, I remember sitting at the table one day, said, I promise you, when I'm old enough to make my own decisions and buy my own food, I'm never eating this again.
Okay.
You know, when people cook the cabbage, like boiled cabbage, and they put the sausage in there.
Yeah.
So like cabbage and sausage. Like the boiled cabbage, when you put the sausage in there, flavored. I don't know if it's
cashews.
Yeah, you know, they throw all the cabbage in the pot, then they throw a couple Polish sausages in there, and then you eat the cabbages and the Polish sausage together. You ain't never heard of that?
Yeah, I heard of that, but I haven't ate that in years. Like most of the ones I get is like they sear it and then, they cook it.
That's how they do cabbage now, you're right. But now, like, I remember, like, when my mom used to cook it, you would boil the cabbage, and then you drop the Polish sausage in there, let them boil in the cabbage, too. That's supposed to give it the flavor, whatever it may be. And boy, she used to love that. My cousin still mess with me today. Whenever she fixes, she'll send me a text and say, I'm fixing your favorite meal, and send me a picture. Still to this day. I ain't ate it in at least, man, it's been at least 25 years.
Man. Ooh. Ooh, boy.
So that'll get a diss song from me too.
Your cousin's foul for that one.
Oh yeah, she low down for that. Every time she
low
fixes, she
down.
send a picture of it. She'll never forget.
Yeah, that's the cousin that was next to you watching you like, you ain't gonna eat this. Watch.
Right. He trying to throw it away. Auntie. He trying to throw it away.
Yeah, she was ratting on you, boy. She was ratting on you.
100%. That's my older cousin. I love her though. That's your cousin like your first like friend. So yeah,
Right.
me and her the same age. So she definitely gonna fuck with me. So we was like brother and sister growing up versus cuz.
Right. Shout out to the cousins of the world.
Absolutely.
My
Shout out
cousins used to get me in
cousins,
trouble
man.
over cereal.
Yeah, I got them cousins too.
Cereal. That's
yes,
the leading
sir.
cause of getting your ass whooped in the black household.
Playing around with them cereal. Yeah, exactly. You gonna learn today.
Don't open more than one. Okay.
Man, that used to be crazy, right?
Right.
It's different kinds. Why you can't open more than one? We got Fruit Loops and we got Frosted Flakes. Why I can't open one both of them? I might want Fruit Loops today. That's crazy. That was a thing in the black household.
It's crazy because like they'll open up the Raisin Bran, and as a kid,
yeah,
like,
you got to finish the Raisin Bran.
We got to eat that.
Or the cornflakes. They open up the cornflakes.
I didn't have a problem with cornflakes because my granddad had bananas. So
yeah, you put some bananas and some sugar in there.
Yeah, he'll miss. He'll be like, "Here, get your banana." All right, cool, and no big deal.
Yeah, that's true.
But
that's
Raisin Bran as a kid was like torture.
Yeah, Raisin Bran. I couldn't even do raisins. I don't eat raisins. I can't do Raisin Bran. You're right. That bowl getting threw away.
Right.
Bowl of Raisin Bran probably been sitting in front of me maybe 3 times in my life. And I remember in school they used to have they used to try to give you the Raisin Bran little, you know how they had the cereal little thing you had to peel back. Yeah. Get that out of here.
I didn't like them or Fruit Loops. They had to go.
Fruit Loop the GOAT though, man. Fruit Loop might be a GOAT.
Loops.
Really? That was my favorite cereal.
It. Still
Fruit
do
Loops
to
is
this
my
day.
favorite cereal. Fruit Loops, Schmacks, Golden Grams. Is it Golden Grams with the cinnamon on there and the brown sugar?
That's Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, yeah, okay. Yeah, them my 3 right there. And I'm Frosted Flakes. I like Frosted Flakes.
When I first had Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I said, you know what? This is my cereal for the rest of my life. That and Reese's Puffs. Like my mom was like, oh, get this. No. Stop. Cinnamon Toast Crunch right there.
Yeah, Cinnamon Toast Crunch will do it for you every time. Yeah, it's gonna hit every time. It ain't a time I had Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It ain't hit.
It hits so good that even if you have an edible, they had a Cinnamon Toast Crunch edible. Yeah, the homie had one. I was like, bro, this is not gonna taste the same. Lying. That motherfucker was hidden too. I was like, you know what?
Hidden.
They can't miss. They can't miss
at all, man. What about Rice Krispies?
The pink. That's one of them other ones you got to put sugar in.
Yeah, a shit ton of sugar too.
A shit ton of sugar and eat it fast before it gets soggy.
Oh, this shit gets soggy and it tastes like you eating wet oatmeal or cold oatmeal or something.
Man,
You got
thickest,
to rush.
heaviest.
See, you got to either pour your little bitty bowl and run it back,
Right.
or you got to, like you said, fly through it. Because if you eat a big bowl of them, it's all
done. And then and then if your mama see you
throw
and you
them away,
didn't eat all
wasting.
that, now you wasting food. So now you gotta either finish this wet bowl of soggy, tiny, crispy oats, or get your ass whooped.
Facts. It was the options back in that day.
Those are your options.
Facts.
And depending on what day I'm feeling,
you might just take that ass whipping over
I
there.
take the ass whooping,
Sometimes you might just take. That's how bad it was, though.
Right.
That's how like it was. It was like paper had didn't dissolved in the goddamn milk. It's so bad. You be like, I ain't eating that, man. You got to whoop my ass today.
Yeah, you gonna have to beat my ass on this. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna take that L today. I go find the switch.
Right. I help you this time, but next time, nah.
Right.
All right. So I got something new that I thought of earlier today at work. I call this the perfect. The perfect.
Okay.
You gotta pick your perfect breakfast, lunch, and dinner for one day.
Okay.
So let's start off with the perfect breakfast.
All right, breakfast gonna be pancakes with the crispy edges. It's gonna be lightly scrambled eggs because people scramble eggs too hard, so I like lightly scrambled eggs, still fluffy. Add a little milk in there. Pancakes, lightly scrambled eggs. I'm gonna go with sausage. Okay. Preferably like the little Polish sausage links that you cut up when your mom used to cut them up, and you had a little sausage. So that breakfast potatoes, no onions, no peppers, just straight potatoes. That's it for breakfast.
Okay.
Yeah, so crispy eggs pancake, lightly scrambled egg, sausage, like the little Polish sausage, and breakfast potatoes. That's it on the breakfast. Lunch.
Let's speak on the hold on. Let's speak on the eggs real quick.
Okay.
We all learn how to scramble the eggs, and we all learn how to scramble them hard, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when we get older and we see other chefs and see how they, and we realize,
and they taste so much better.
We've been making well done eggs for years.
Facts, bro. Facts.
Damn. Shout out to Chef Ramsay who taught me how to. When I saw him do it, I'm like, wait, butter? Do this?
Right. And then he put them ones on that plate. I seen that video.
I'm sitting there like, hold on. Oh, nah, I gotta do this.
Then when you tried it though,
I said,
you taste the difference.
I made a mistake. I made a mistake.
When you seen that video, you tried it and made that shit, you like, oh, shit, I've been fucking up my whole life.
Right. Then I tell my mom, you've been messing me up the whole life, this whole time with these eggs. You know that, right?
But my mom would make good eggs though. She was doing it, but I one was fucking up making them hard once I started cooking myself. But my mama made real good eggs. Like she cold with it.
Yeah, I was thinking her like, had me cooking these hard eggs.
My mama used to tell me, you ain't got to cook them eggs like that, boy. And I wasn't listening, being hard-headed.
We all
for lunch, I'm a simple dude, man. I'm just going to take some wings for lunch. Honey hot, cooked, well done, but not crispy.
Okay.
I don't need them too wet. I need that honey hot sauce to be right, though. Some people be slipping on the honey hot. It just be hot where it just tastes sweet. They ain't really getting a good honey hot sauce.
Getting in the middle is tough.
Yeah, getting it good in the middle is tough. So 12-piece wing, maybe 15. Well done fries too. Ranch and blue cheese and whatever little lemonade or Kool-Aid y'all got.
Okay.
That's lunch.
Take it to dinner.
It's gonna be a steak. It's gonna be a nice, well done steak. Oh, excuse me, jeez, what am I talking about? Well cooked steak. Well cooked, not well done. That was a slip of the tongue, man. I couldn't even finish it before I was gonna tell you to delete that. No, so I go to this restaurant down here called Eight Sushi. They have a miso steak. It's like a Japanese restaurant. They put this miso sauce on it. So a nice medium steak with the miso sauce on there, spring or seasonal vegetables, and an order of rice. An order of rice with some sriracha. I can put it in the rice and make it a little bit spicy.
Okay.
And we roll them. And some soy sauce.
Solid perfect day right there. Solid.
That's a perfect day right there.
Solid. All right, before we leave this venture of learning and friendship here, I ask everybody this. What is a restaurant that everybody hyped up, then you tried it and you just like, it's all right, it's okay. So what is your all hype restaurant? It could be from anywhere. It could be from Atlanta, Nashville, wherever you've been.
Okay. Damn, that's a good question. You know what I think people hype up that I don't fuck with at all? Red Lobster. Red Lobster. I ain't the biggest seafood fan, so that's one.
Right.
The biscuits is good. I give you the cheddar bay biscuits is good. I will give you that. But Red Lobster just don't do it for me. And I know people like to fuck with Red Lobster. And really, anytime it's a seafood joint for me. Anytime somebody recommend a seafood joint, it ain't never gonna hit for me. Yeah, it ain't never gonna hit for me.
Fan or
Nah, I ain't really the biggest seafood fan, man. I barely eat like fish, and I don't eat. I've had crab legs before. They're okay, but I'm too simple of a person. I ain't trying to do all that when I'm eating. It's really more so about that for me. I ain't breaking crab legs down. I'm not eating like sucking the thing out of the head on crawfish. I ain't. Your pause, Jesus. Yeah, I mean, I eat fried shrimp. Give me some good cocktail sauce. It's cool. And I even eat the cold shrimp that they do with the cocktail sauce. That's fine. But you can't. It ain't nothing really in a seafood restaurant that's gonna blow my mind. I don't really. I've eaten lobster before. It ain't nothing I gotta have. Like seafood is anytime it's gonna be the seafood restaurant for me. I'm like, this was me.
okay, that's understandable. A lot of people don't mess with seafood like that.
Yeah.
But I always thought like there's at least one thing they like to get out of a seafood spot. At least one.
So here go the thing though. A good fried fish sandwich. Like we eat it in Memphis and Nashville on the white bread with the pickle and some hot sauce and some mustard. You can run that all day. But they usually don't have it in them seafood restaurants. They usually don't sell it like that. Either to be on a bun or some crazy shit like that, or they don't really just sell fried fish like that. So, but if it is one thing that'll be my go-to in a seafood restaurant, it would probably be some kind of fried fish, like fish and chips, something basic like that.
Okay. All right. So when it comes to the fish sandwich, you still do the old school way with the onions and all that, right?
Well, no onions for me, remember.
No, I'm sorry, no onions. So it's basically
pickles, hot sauce, white bread. Yeah, once in a while, I might even throw some ketchup on it. Not a lot, just a little bit of ketchup on the fish. Mix that with the hot sauce and the mustard and the pickles and the white bread. We're ready to roll. Fry hard, too. Fry hard.
The last catfish sandwich I had was at TSU Homecoming.
Yeah, that's what to get them.
And the spot was like Louisiana based, right? So they had this Cajun tartar sauce type thing they had going on. That worked for me. So for now, if I see something with Cajun on it, I might just do that, or I might get some dry Cajun seeds to put on top a little bit. But
okay,
yeah,
so no mustard, no hot sauce, no nothing.
I might do hot sauce. I don't do mustard. I never got
do mustard. Yeah, I got to have mustard on the fish sandwich. Mustard probably my favorite condiment other than ketchup.
Okay, I just never been a mustard guy. So.
You ain't been a mustard fan.
I do it on hot dogs and other stuff.
When I was young, I wouldn't eat a sandwich if it didn't have mustard on. I wouldn't eat. You couldn't give me no like bologna and mayonnaise and bread sandwich. It had to be mustard. I wouldn't eat number mustard.
It's crazy thing about the stuff we used to do as a kid and we do now.
Man, that you do now exactly. Now mayonnaise is it's fine. Like I ain't got no problem with it now. But when I was young, it's like I was allergic to that shit. I was like, man, I eat mustard.
Mayo.
Right. It's gonna make me break out in hives.
Nah, it was so much. I couldn't do potato salad when I was.
I couldn't either. I ain't never been a big potato salad fan, to be honest with you.
Never been a potato salad type guy until I had some that was like loaded potato salad. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I tried it. I tried it though.
it was sour cream instead of mayo.
Oh yeah, I definitely try that. That make it a lot better.
Make it a lot better.
I might have to look that recipe up. I might make that.
I can't find no recipe for it. I think the homie's wife made it for like a barbecue.
Man.
She made it. I don't know where she got the recipe from.
I'm finna scour the internet. See, can I find it? Chat GPT got it.
Somebody got it. Pinterest got it. Somewhere on IG, somebody got it buried in archive somewhere.
Yeah. TikTok
somewhere. Got it.
Facts.
Since we're speaking on barbecues, what you bring to the barbecue before we leave?
What I'm bringing to the barbecue? I ain't on the grill. If I ain't on the grill.
If you're on the grill, okay. Depends on you. Okay, we're gonna do it like this. On the grill or off the grill. So on the grill, what you bringing?
On the grill, I'm bringing ribs. I'm throwing them on there and letting them bad boys cook myself. Gonna take a minute though to get them right where I want them. So y'all have some burgers and stuff first. If I'm off the grill, I'm gonna get the baked beans going with some special little barbecue sauce and the meat in the ground beef in the baked beans though. It ain't the running baked beans that they just pull out the can. It's the ones where they done put the ground beef in there. It's thick. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the baked beans.
Okay, put the extra barbecue sauce.
Extra little barbecue sauce, little special barbecue sauce that I done cooked that up on the side over in a little saucepan and added some stuff to it, some honey, some little molasses, you know what I'm saying, some brown sugar, mustard, then some garlic powder. I done tricked up the barbecue sauce on it, then pouring that in there and pouring the ground beef in there, then putting it in the oven for a little minute.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get the baked beans right.
I learned to start putting like orange juice to my barbecue sauce.
Put a little lime or orange. Yep, exactly.
Orange. Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, I learned that a little bit. For me, if I'm on the grill, I might bring the chicken.
Okay. Chicken quarters, chicken legs. You want wings?
Wings, and I'm gonna bring quarters.
Okay, all right.
Because I think wings they cook quicker, and quarters gonna take a little while. Going quick. You get everybody something quick to eat, snack on, while the quarters still cooking. Check on those, get them out there. Now, if I'm off the grill, I'm being perfectly real with you.
What's that?
Perfectly real. We're being real on this podcast. If I'm not on the grill, I'm bringing beer.
That's the easy thing.
Beer. You might get some. If we got kids, plates. Get some plates. If the kids there, you might get some sodas. But if I'm on the grill, I'll bring some chicken. But if I'm not, guess what? Beer. Sideline the whole time.
Yeah, that's the easiest thing. Always is either the alcohol or the chips. Can't fuck them up.
Or silverware.
Or the silverware. Yep. Or the silverware. Or the plates. Grab some plates.
Nobody's gonna be mad when you bring the silverware. Nobody.
Facts.
I've been cleaning barbecues like, oh, what's that?
I was gonna say, you like get tricky. Where it do get tricky when you into stuff like that is the condiments. Cause you could grab the cheap mustard that people don't fuck with. Or grab the cheap ketchup that people don't fuck with. And people look at you like, how you get this kind of ketchup? You might walk in there with the Sweet Baby Ray's, and they don't like they might not fuck with the Sweet Baby Ray's.
Right.
So the condiments is tricky when you get in that class of what I'm bringing.
That is the trickiest part if you really think about it.
Yeah, you got to get the name brand. Like you're gonna have to get the Heinz. You're gonna have to get the what's the name of the mustard? Is it Hellman's? What's Heinz mustard too? Yeah. You gotta get the name brand stuff when you grabbing the condoms.
You bring the Kroger.
You can't do that. You can't bring the True Value mustard in there. Now you're just being disrespectful. You bring the True Value mustard and the True Value ketchup in here. What type of savages do we look like?
Man, it's supposed to be on your head and you don't bring them. Man,
it can go that way for the drinks too. You got to be careful with the drinks. Because some people cool with the Shastas and the shit like that. But some people, you got to be Coke, Pepsi. It got to be the real deal.
Yeah.
So the drinks can be tricky too.
Saw a TikTok little girl talking about that. She said she leaving and she see the
we gotta go. I seen it. We gotta go.
Yeah, I saw the yeah.
You pour the cool open and what? Dr. Pop. What is Dr. I can't get no Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, joke with that
Oh
man.
man.
At least 2
Yeah,
months
you
after
got
that.
to. You go ahead. Yeah, we
Till the
do it, bro.
next cookout.
Facts, you got to redeem yourself.
Yeah, yeah, 2 months.
Yeah. Next cookout, bro. You got
A
to
week and
bring.
a half. It's
Yeah,
some
you
people,
might.
week and a half.
Facts.
Man, but thank you for joining me here in Big Bag Now. Spike, man, I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to come in and kick it with me. You've
Absolutely.
been extended family. You've been real cool. I didn't know you was Miami Hurricane fan. So I'm like, oh, he
Yeah,
locked in
we here.
yourself. You're a
Facts.
Cowboy fan too, so
That's my number one
two,
fandom right there, though.
it's two
That's
shoulders right there.
I ain't been able to shake it. I ain't like your regular Cowboys. This our year every year fan though. I'm realistic about mine. I've had to be. I've been alive for what? I was alive when they won 3 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Height of my fandom, I thought it'd be like that for the rest of my life. And I've been alive now 25 years past that and not even seen them go to a NFC championship game in those 25 years. So
Here.
yeah, it's rough out here, man. But I
Yeah,
take it for what it is. I lean into it though. Who your NFL team?
I got out there in narcotics a long time ago.
Yeah, I ain't been able to do it, man. I ain't been able to do it.
I was one part of a big fan.
Who was your big fan?
I was a big fan.
Oh, Vic.
Anything
Oh,
Michael
man.
Vick, I was copying.
Jesus.
They dropped those. Remember when they dropped those jerseys that they had with the red stripe when they outside the black ones that they had before that? The ones after that,
throwbacks.
I bought 2 of them. CNN when they dropped it. I was on a school field trip. I saw it. I got to copy that. Got 2 of them on the field trip.
Yeah.
That was good times.
Yeah, that was, man.
We all know what happened.
I seen a list today. It was talking about the most electric players in the NFL. And Vic was on there at number 1. I'm going to try to pull up the list, but in the group chat, the problem was, and you'll feel, yeah, you're going to feel this, definitely. The problem was Ed Reed was on there at number 3, and they just couldn't understand it. And I was like, do y'all remember when Ed Reed used to catch interceptions? We thought he was going to the house every time. And these niggas were trying to tell me, these niggas were trying to tell me that Ed Reed was not an electric player. Blasphemy. The list was like, number 1 was Michael Vick, if I can do it off my dome. Number 1 was Michael Vick. Number 2 was Bo Jackson. Number 3 was Ed Reed. 5 was Andre, excuse me, not Andre. CJ2K, Chris Johnson was on there.
Mm-hmm.
Devin Hester, Tariq Hill. Can't remember no more, but that was pretty much the gist of it. Yeah. They was giving me shit saying Ed Reed shouldn't be on there, man. I couldn't believe it.
I don't believe that either. That's why.
Ed Reed might be, and I'll let you, I know we're finna end it. I've been alive long enough to see Lawrence Taylor at the end of his career. He the best defensive player I ever seen play football. Number 2, I think, is Ed Reed. Yeah, that's a tough list. Derek Thomas might be over Ed Reed though. Now that I'm thinking about it, because Derek Thomas, that was mine. He was different.
Yeah, he was. Oh yeah. You're right on that one. He was different.
Derek Thomas was different. I remember he had 6 sacks in the game on Monday Night Football one time. Rest in peace, man.
R.I.P. But thank you all for listening, like, comment, and subscribe, and all that jazz. Listen to my homeboy Spike Lou's podcast on that TV.
Mm-hmm.
Another week in the books. You want to listen more to him. He's a good guy, solid guy, as you can hear.
Appreciate that
on this pod. And like that, thank you guys for watching on the tube view. And like I always say, your big back ass is always welcome here in the Big Back Lounge.
Peace.